Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. This is Hearts of Iron 4 Unite the Anglosphere with the Man the Guns expansion. In the last episode, we came very close to fermenting South African imperialist uprising. And that's going to happen. This is going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Also, a military dictatorship. I mean, do I really care about that, to be honest? I don't really know if I do. Sure, we'll do it. We'll do it for a little bit. It does mean that we're not going to be gaining as much political power, but that's not a problem, because we're only, whatever it is, 10 days away. Excuse me, why can I not? My spacebar has somehow, for some reason, stopped working. Alright, well, it doesn't particularly matter. Atomics research. Let's go and have a little look. 1943 enables the building of a nuclear reactor. I mean, I'm keen for that, but obviously there's no real rush to do that right now. Advanced fire control systems, sure. Improved radar, yeah. I mean, all of this stuff is stuff that we want to do. Also, does South Africa have any planes? I don't actually think that they do. Which makes me feel very happy. Right, that's great news. They might have a navy though, so we need to be prepped for that. All right, let's continue just to spend all of our navy points on. Let's continue to spend all of our navy points on research. That's fine. Right, we're 2 days away. 2 days away from an uprising in South Africa. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. All right, ferment South African imperialists. So this is going to give South Africa 90 days to suppress the uprising before Great Britain supports imperial loyalists. All right. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so they got 90 days, and then, theoretically, I think we should be able to intervene and just absolutely destroy them. That's the plan, anyway. All right, let's give an offensive line of, like, here. Just a nice big offensive line. There we go. And then you guys can have, like, an offensive line of here. Sure, there we go. Okay, research. What more research do we want? I think we probably just want to increase the amount of boats that we've got, or research with regards to boats that we're currently working on. Because the better the boats that we make, the better everything is, supposedly, right? Is there any indication of how the mission is going? 82 days. Nice. All right, so there's a little timer, a little ticking timer over there, which is fine. South Africa is definitely, like, moving their troops around in order to counteract the fact that I've also mobilized a bunch of troops around here, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with this. How are we doing in Canada improving the infrastructure in this province? Belgium has capitulated. Great news. Okay. We're up to 14 when it's not icy. When it is icy, well, it's a huge problem. Alright, let me go and have a little look. Construction, we need to bump you back up to the top. Switzerland has capitulated. Great news. Very happy with that. Alright, so the maximum level of both infrastructures is very much underway, which is lovely. Okay, still working on that. We're a little bit ahead of time for the next level of special forces. No big deal. Dual purpose second battery. Sign me up, Buttercup. Alright, spacebar has returned to working, which is lovely. It means I no longer have to manually click the button. How are we doing for resources? We're doing fine for resources. We're getting them all from Nazi Germany. Is just Germany at war with anyone at the moment? They're still at war with the French Commune, and I suppose that counts half the world. But, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the answer is no. They're still at war with the Netherlands, but can you imagine if I joined the faction with Poland? That would be very saddening. 64 days. 64 stinking days until we can go to war with South Africa. I legitimately cannot wait. I also can't wait to get these troops all shipped across to Canada. That's going to be really good. Mountain divisions. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's fantastic news. Let's give these guys a brand new army and give them a new front line of Iraq. Or should I say, yeah, Iraq. Let's see. Out of supply. Promotion cost. Let's get you. Sure. Get you in charge. And then... Okay, perfect. So, those are going to be the guys that we're going to use to take out Iraq, which is going to be not next on the list of things to do, but certainly something that we're going to have to consider doing eventually. In fact, maybe we just send these guys to Australia. Maybe we use them in Australia. I mean, they are special forces, so they're pretty darn good. Does Australia have many mountains? Not particularly. And also, do the Dutch like me? Can I ask for military access? They're not keen on it, to be honest. They're not keen. They're not keen on military access. Netherlands has capitulated. Alright, they're probably even less keen on military access right now. They've completely capitulated, which is fine. Okay, well, we're gonna deploy these guys to the Iraq border. That's probably the best place for them at the moment. No? Did that name just change? Also, I kind of want to see what Franco's gonna do, because he's not doing anything at the moment, and he's not done anything for a significant period of time. So we'll leave him to it. We'll leave him to it. Right, how are we doing supply-wise over in Canada at the moment? We're getting there. 14. It's not changed much since last time, but whatever. We're almost up to the next level of naval base, which is kind of nice. It's good. I don't even know what the supply like is in Canada. It's probably going to be pretty darn poor, I would imagine, but that's a-okay with me. We should manage to survive. I'm quietly confident. Quietly confident. It doesn't look like there's going to be any peace settlements soon. Is the Soviet Union going to go to war with Germany? That's also probably going to happen fairly soon. We're just going to keep our noses right out of it, as far as I'm concerned. There's no need to get involved in that. No need to get involved in that whatsoever. Also, could I declare war against the Netherlands? It's difficult finding any piece of Dutch territory, honestly, that hasn't been conquered at this point. Could I go to war with the Netherlands? Justify war goal. I mean, the Dutch East Indies, to be honest, would be great. All of it would be really, really nice to do. And in fact, we can call in British Malaya. Oh, it is going to take a heck of a long time to do it. But we could do it en route to... We could do it en route to somewhere else. I mean, we are going to be going to war with all of these guys anyway. And by, you know, we could go to war that way. Like, you know, take out the Dutch East Indies and then go to Australia. I feel like maybe that's not the most efficient way of going about doing things, but hey-ho. I would like to give refuge to German scientists. Or, sorry, Italian scientists. Yes, that's pretty darn good. I mean, it's free... It's free research points, right? I do want to go for... Ferment New Zealand Imperialist Uprising. I do want to do that. I do, but, you know, it's a straight 3% research bonus. I might as well, like, take it, right? I mean, that gives us a plus 36% research bonus at the moment, which is pretty darn good if you ask me. I'm pretty happy with that. How are we doing logistically? We're actually doing not too bad. We should probably look at getting an upgrade to our light tank. I mean, that Matilda's been going for quite a long time. Why don't we look at using this this to see if we can get an upgrade. All right, the Valentine, 1941. Well, we're in 1941. How good is that? Okay, or the Crusader. We could do. I mean, I kind of want to keep it light. I think we do want to kind of keep it light. Honestly, let's get that underway. We should probably look at doing a national focus with regards to tanks. Motorized army. Yeah, alright, sure, let's do that. We'll start getting that done. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna slow our political power growth, but that's not a big deal. We're not really waiting for anything at the moment. We're still waiting to see what happens in South Africa. Okay, our mountain dudes are arriving on the border of... There we go. Let's get you under Montgomery's orders. Lovely. Right, what did we just complete? I don't know what we just completed, to be honest. Magnetic mine. Landing craft. Yeah, I actually want to get that. I do want to get that. That's invasion preparation time minus 50%, invasion defense plus 15, naval invasion capacity plus 40. That's a no-brainer. And we're actually going to need that. We're going to need that capability for invading Australia, for sure. Invading Australia is going to be a real big challenge, especially considering we don't have many fleets down in that part of the world. In fact, that's probably something that we should do. We should probably look at maybe sending a couple of boats down to wherever it is, down, I guess it's like the America and West Indies fleet, South Atlantic fleet. Maybe that would probably be the one. Maybe that would be the fleet that that we would use. We should also look at invite faction. I do not want to join the German faction. That's not something that I want to do. We should also look at getting. We should also look at getting upgrades to our boats. 1940 cruiser hull. I mean, that's a heavy ship. Is that what a cruiser is? Yeah, heavy cruiser. County class, the York class. The light cruiser. I mean, have we not got... Oh, we don't have the ability to do that. Alright, that's fine. Sure, rapid fire guns. Light cruiser battery. Sure, let's get a light cruiser battery in there. Maximum speed is quite slow, but whatever. Alright, let's get that saved. Let's get that chosen as the one that we want to do. Yep, sure. 1940 submarine hull. Carrier hull. Yep. Where the heck is this even being manufactured? I don't even know. Greater London area? I guess everything's probably going into the Greater London area. Do we have any carriers in here? Submarines. Wow, we have a lot of ships in this area. That's a bunch of ships. All right, well that's fine. That's great as far as I'm concerned. Happy days. Happy days for that. We should probably put that on 1 so that we can get rid of the... So we can get rid of that. We're making convoys now. Is there anything else that we need to make? We're making the carriers. Yep, we're making the carriers, the 1940 carrier hull. Are we making any battleships? I don't think we are. Super heavy battleship hull. We should really be manufacturing one of these. Secondary battery level 2, sure. Aircraft facilities, anti-air, super heavy battery. Yep, let's get a super heavy battery. Oh, we don't have enough points in order to make that happen. All right, well, that's a bit of a bummer. All right, this thing is going to be a monster when it's finished. Right. Cool. Let's get some people out training. Let's get you out training for now. It's gonna burn through our fuel, but it's gonna mean that we're gonna start to get some naval experience. Not a considerable amount, but enough to make me at least happy. Dual purpose second battery. Yep. Okay. Improved medium battery. Sure. All of this stuff. Let's get all of the Navy stuff. All of the Navy stuff that we could possibly want. We also want to try and get yet more steel from Germany. More steel from Germany. Also, how are things going decisions-wise in South Africa? Looks like things are going pretty fine, I guess. Doesn't look like there's anything of interest happening quite yet, which is wonderful. We're short on steel yet again. Ah, it's because it's not updated, because we didn't unpause. It's fine. We still got planes in reserve. Is there an airfield down here? Truthfully, that would be kind of nice if we built an airfield down here. Why don't we scrabble to see if we can try and build an airfield? Yeah. How long is that going to take? 1,000. It's going to finish on the 21st of May. All right, that's great. Let's build 3 airfields there. Sure. That's great. I love the fact that we've got such a rapid construction speed. It really is very, very good. Speaking of, we should probably think about doing some industry research as soon as we're done with ladder shooting. Nationalist Spain joined the Axis. That's great. That's really good for us. I'm pretty happy with that. It's finally at long last happened. Industry, 1941. Okay, we've got access to a whole bunch of stuff over here, which I'm very, very happy about. This is absolutely what we want to do, I think. But it depends on what order we want to do it in. I'm thinking dispersed industry is first, and then we just take it from there. I think dispersed industry is, I mean, it's really important. It's really, really good. All right. Netherlands moves government to Bavia. Okay. The Dutch government has now decided to relocate to the city of Batavia on the Indonesian island of Java. Oh, how funny that. Okay. This is now the Netherlands. Who would have thunk it? This is the Netherlands. All right. All right. Well, that's going to make it interesting, I guess. Congratulations, you've now moved. You've moved away. That's fine. I mean, that's okay with me, actually. All right, let's get an airbase here, and then we can, you know, do some air superiority and close air support once we've got an airbase in the area. Available planes and reserves. Yeah, I know we got a whole bunch of planes and reserves. All right, what's the capacity here? We got 200 airplanes. That's fine. Well, let's get some hectares. Let's get 100 hectares. Let's get 100 hurricanes. No, can I not do that? There we go. And then 100 hurricanes. All right, fine. Just in case we do actually need to do an air superiority fight. Expected arrival, 23rd of May. Standing by. Great. Okay, let's deploy these guys. Air superior. Whoops. I always do that. Close air support in the region. Don't need them to do Navy strike, to be honest. There we go. You guys can go on interception and whatnot. That's fine. Unitary South Africa declared war on South Africa. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, this is great. This is fantastic. This is really fantastic. So, imperialist South Africa. What does this actually mean for us? Good question. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. But I think they're probably going to win. Imperialist South Africa joined the Axis. All right. All right. Well, this is a bit underwhelming for us, to be honest. Is there anything that we can actually do? I think they're probably going to win, you know, as well. They're just not a fan of me, I guess. All right. Well, this has been pretty darn underwhelming. All right, well, that's a thing. They just don't love me, apparently. I mean, they do kind of like me, but they're not. They jumped straight into bed. They jumped straight into bed with the Germans. All right, well, I'm gonna just let that play out, I guess. I wonder if they actually win their war, and if they peace out, if they'll do something and just come back to me. Soviet unit. Okay, whatever. How are we doing supply-wise over here? 23. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, let's get you guys to move out to this area. There we go. Supply in the region will be... It will be improving. We just need a little bit more... Uh-oh, what do we got here? Not enough manpower to train? What's going on? There we go. That's enough. We just need a little bit more... construction, and then we're going to get there, which is kind of nice. Also, production-wise, I did say that I wanted to get some new ships. I wanted to get a super heavy battleship. Auto. Yep, let's get some. Let's just get, you know, let's just get literally everything that we possibly can. Design lacks one or more of the required modules. What module do I require? I'm pretty sure that's everything, right? Like, right, let's get that saved and let's start building that. That's gonna be wowzers. That's gonna be a pretty darn big big thing to build. We can't build any more past that. Let's retreat that there. Okay, fine. Once these two guys are done, we'll just retire. We'll retire these ships, these yards. We can put them to work somewhere else. Carrier hull, perfect. Motorized army, nice. Royal Tank Regiment, yep. Let's get a bonus to that. Nice. All right, maybe I should have invited them to join my faction. Maybe inviting them to join my faction would have been the correct course of action, but I'm not actually sure. I mean, that would still result in us going to war with literally everyone. And now they're part of the Axis. I mean, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted at all. All right, let's get more. Let's get more steel from the Germans. Decisions are available. Military parade in British Malaya. Do I really care about that, to be honest? All right. Well, let's try it again in Canada, and this time I'm gonna try and join their faction like as soon as possible. Although that will mean that I'll be going up against a whole bunch of people, which I'm not really sure that I want to do. I actually think that maybe waiting out the end of the Second World War might legitimately be the clever thing to do here. Also, unfortunately, I think that regular South Africa is going to probably end up beating imperialist South Africa, which is a bit of a bummer, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Not much that I can really do about that. Alright, a couple of free military factories, lovely. Let's stick it into... you're having issues with tungstens, there's no point in sticking it in there. You know what, let's get some more towed artillery, sure. I mean, we're still having tungsten supply issues. And further to that, more steel supply issues. Alright, as soon as I change my economy type back to not free trade, that will be great. Alright, Soviet Union is still in cahoots with Germany, which is fine for, you know, for all our intents and purposes. It doesn't particularly matter. Okay, you need to be given a front line right about there, because we are going to be going to war with Canada. Whether it happens soon, whether it happens in a little bit, it doesn't particularly matter, because we're going to be doing it. Approved medium battery, fine. Let's go industry. Let's start doing some more industry stuff, I guess. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay, I feel that we're in a pretty darn good place. I want to see what happens in South Africa before we take any other decisions there. Because, I mean, South Africa is going to win and imperialist South Africa is going to capitulate, unless, of course, someone comes to their aid, like Germany. But we'll have to wait and see what happens then. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over the Potato. This has been Unite the Anglosphere and Hearts of Iron 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.